Kaylen didn't answer her calls. So Shona got his call details from someone, took Annie's number and shared it with her male friends. She told her friends to call Annie and harass her, so much that she would leave Kaylen. Some boys started troubling her at college, stalking her and following her. Annie was scared. One day, Shona called Annie and threatened her, saying, "Leave Kaylen, or something bad will happen to you." Annie was so distressed that she called Kaylen and said, "Please stop talking to me. Shona loves you very much. Go to her. I've even stopped going to college because of Shona's threats. Please don't call me anymore." Kaylen then called Shona and asked, "What is all this?" He told Shona, "No matter what you do, I'm not coming back." One day, Shona's friend called Kaylen and said, "Shona has consumed something and is vomiting blood. Talk to her or she will die." Kaylen was scared because he loved her a lot. He started talking to Shona again, and everything went back to how it was before. Shona and Kaylen talked daily for 1 to 2 years. Kaylen started working in his city, and whenever Shona needed something, he would transfer money to her and take care of her shopping. Once, Kaylen invited Shona to meet him. She came with her friends. That day, Shona insulted Kaylen in front of her friends. Kaylen stayed quiet, and they all left. That night, Shona was on call waiting with someone. Kaylen called her for 2-3 hours. When Shona finally called back, Kaylen asked who she was talking to. Shona said it was a female friend who had come with her to meet him. That night, Kaylen angrily asked, "What kind of conversations do you have? That you were on call waiting for 2 to 3 hours?" Shona hung up without listening. Kaylen called again, but Shona didn't pick up. He saw she was on call waiting with someone again at 2 a.m. Kaylen was tense, wondering if Shona was cheating on him. The next morning, they fought on the call. For 2 to 3 weeks, Shona blocked Kaylen's number. He kept calling her, asking friends to help, but Shona refused to talk and stayed on call waiting. 1 to 2 months later, on Kaylen's birthday, February 7th, Kaylen waited all day for a message. That night, Shona sent a birthday wish. Kaylen was happy, thinking Shona would call. She sent him an admission form, saying she was moving to another city for studies to become an IPS officer. Kaylen asked when she was leaving and requested to stay in touch. Shona suggested, "Why don't you find a new girlfriend? I won't have time and it will affect my studies. If you get angry when I don't pick up your calls, I'm going for 5 years. Find someone else and forget me." Kaylen replied, "How can you think like that? I won't call or message. Talk to me when you're free." Shona insisted, "Why would you wait for my call?" "Find another girl," Kaylen answered. "I will wait for you for 5 years, because I can't live without you." Shona blocked him everywhere, giving Kaylen a painful birthday gift. Kaylen cried all night. After that, he never spoke to Shona. He kept looking at her photos, gradually falling into depression because he loved her deeply. He stopped talking to anyone and stayed quiet. For 2 to 3 months, he didn't leave the house or go to work. One day, deeply depressed, Kaylen told a friend living nearby that he wanted to drink wine because he was very sad. That day, Kaylen touched alcohol for the first time and drank it. He went home, and as the alcohol took effect, memories of Shona overwhelmed him. He called Shona, but she was still on call waiting. Sitting alone, Kaylen started crying. Feeling very emotional, his mother came and asked what happened. Kaylen cried even harder and said, "I love Shona a lot. I can't live without her. She stopped talking to me. I want to marry her. I can't live without her. Call her now and tell her Kaylen is crying." Kaylen cried for 1-2 hours until he started vomiting because he couldn't handle the alcohol. Without eating, he fell asleep. The next morning, he woke up before everyone else and went to his friend's house, saying he had revealed everything to his family in his drunken state, and now feared facing them. When Kaylen went home, his mother had told his father everything he had said, but no one scolded him. They only told him not to touch alcohol again. After that day, the tension in Kaylen's heart disappeared. because he had been hiding his feelings about his girlfriend and crying alone. After that, Kaylen applied for jobs again and started to become normal. Slowly, he came out of depression, but still waited happily for Shona. He worked and saved money, hoping to marry Shona when she returned after her studies.